We're gonna do 10 minutes of core exercises if you're suffering from sciatica pain. Core exercise can be hugely beneficial if you're suffering from sciatica pain due to lumbar disc bulges. And in this video, I'm going to share with you top core exercises that I share with my clients in clinic and online that you can copy and follow right away. If you've never been in this channel, my name is Bob. I'm a physical therapist. I help people globally who suffer from chronic lower back pain due to disc bulges, sciatica pain, and so on. If you would like to see more rehab plan and exercises to help you to recover at home without any equipment, make sure to subscribe my channel for my weekly update and don't forget to press that like button. Let's get started. The first exercise that I'm going to share with you guys is going to be hip bridges, which can help you to engage your core muscle and the glutes at the same time. This is a beginner version of exercises for core, and the more advanced exercises come at the end of this video. If you are a beginner, you can stick to the first couple of movements, gradually progress them when you got better to the next moves. Now, we're going to lie down basically on your back. The hip bridge simply can be done by just extending your back and getting that movement. What we're trying to add on into this movement, we want to hold it at the top for 5 seconds. Now, we're going to go up, engage the glutes, hands next to your body, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Let's go back up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You're going to repeat these for 3 sets of 3. Hold it for 5 seconds. If you find this is easy, simply just bring your hands to your chest and try the same things here now. Do not get any assistance from your hand. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Go back up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, the next progression, hands here, come up, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, as you can see, I show you 3 different variety that you can try. Do not force your body to progress quick. There's no point. Gradually build up movements and try to practice them daily at least once. The following move that I'm going to share with you guys is going to be high plank. High plank is very simple, but at the same time can be challenging if you're trying to engage your core and challenge your core. If you're suffering from sciatica pain due to lumbar disc bulges, this is a very gentle but very effective core exercises that can really challenge your core muscle. You're going to be on a quadruped position, and what we're trying to do, rather than typical plank position that you do here, we're going to be on hand, basically. Your hands on each of your shoulder, and you're trying to come up to this position, which is not extend the leg, is bend the leg. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Back is on the neutral, is not sinking or is not too high. This is a mistake that a lot of my clients do. They do it that way. I want you to bring your knees as close to the ground, but you're not touching the ground. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Go back down. Breathing out through the movements. Now, if you decided to progress it and you find this is actually manageable, what you wanted to try to do is go back to the same position, shuffle the body forward and back. Try this for 10 repetitions. 4, 5, 9, and 10. I definitely feel it. It's quite challenging. Now, when you got more comfortable with this, you can repeat this for 3 to 4 rounds. Now, based on your own body and how you feel, guys, try to make sure to get enough rest between each set that you do. Because core exercises look good, but if you're doing them properly, as I show you in this video, you will get tired. Don't overexhaust yourself. You're going to move on to single leg kickback, which can hugely challenge your core movements. It's part of the bear dog exercise that I'm going to show you, but we're going to start with kickback. you're gonna be on a quadruped position, hands underneath of your shoulder, and knee underneath of your hip, and you're trying to create stability on your whole body, nothing shake or move, except that you try to create a kick and back again. Try with the same leg and back again. Slow control back. Now we change legs after 4 or 3. All the way back and control. As you can see, I'm trying to really minimize movement there. Now, it can be challenging if you've never done it before. Go within a comfortable range and gradually progress that movement. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to bear dog. This is a progression of the single leg kickback. Whenever you got comfortable with that movement, you move on to this. Now, the bear dog is a combination of one legs and one arm. Now, which means you're gonna go alternate, right arm and left leg. As you can see, I'm using my thumbs up like that. It's much easier than that because we don't have that much range this way, but it's much easier when you thumbs up to bob. That's what you gotta do. Now, you're gonna go all the way up, control back, while you're maintaining that movement in the lower back. Now, I'm gonna show you from the other way. Thumbs up, control, breathe in and out, and avoid doing it as fast as I do. I do it quite fast, but if you find I wanna hold it there for seconds, that's totally fine. Come back, rest, change legs. Go back up there, hold it for seconds, and back and rest. Try to go with the range and tempo that feels good to you, because for many of you guys, you might not never done this movement before, and you have to find your own pace. The following progression, guys, is gonna be high plank with the shoulder tap. This is a quite challenging exercise that you should already be mastering holding the high plank, but you can try this as I show you. Now, we're gonna go to the high plank position, and we're trying to shift the body to either side and tap the opposite shoulder. Tap, slow back. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm not here, I'm not too low. I'm trying to kind of really get that core engaged. In a neutral position, tap, slow control. Now, if you find the shoulder is too far off, tap the elbow, go with that. Gain some movement and control, then come higher. Now, you practice that for 3 sets of, let's say, 6, yeah? Take your own rest between sets and gradually build them up to 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. We're going to progress this exercise, guys, to dead bug, which is quite a great movement if you're suffering from lumbar disc bulges. This is one of my favorite movements that I give to many of my patients, and I get really good results with it because you really need to gain that control of your lower back. Now, by saying that, it means that you need to really have a good coordination in your lumbar spine. I'm gonna explain to you now how. For the dead bug, you need to really have a good connection with the ground, which means you should feel the ground when you're doing this movement. Not everything is just like you're feeling. By touching the ground, you have much more sense into it. Now, we're gonna go to basically dead bug position, which means your knees are 90 degrees, not too close together, bit of space here, and your hands are straight up there. Now, while I'm here, guys, if you notice the pressure in your lower back, it can be very little. If I bring my knees a little bit more forward, it takes off that pressure off my lower back, which means I have a gap there. Now, if I bring my knees back a little bit, I feel that pressure here, which means I can't put my hands down there. That's the pressure that we want to maintain while you're doing this movement. We're trying to maintain that pressure, but not only pushing our knee back, we're trying to push the lower back down to the ground and be in that position. And you want it to be able to breathe in and out while you're doing it. Now, we're gonna go to that position slowly. While I'm holding that tension here, I'm trying to tap the ground with my heel. Now, how far I go, it doesn't really matter. I can start from here. If you've never done this before, yeah, from here, back up. Maintain that pressure, then change legs, maintain that pressure, breathe in and out, and when you got more comfortable, bring it a little bit more forward and up. Now, for me to be able to do that, I need a lot of practice, and you need a lot of practice, guys. Try to remember this. It's not a very quick fix. Now, if you don't have that tension, you want to get that movement first, which means if you felt that my posterior tilt is not there, even when I'm bringing my knee there, it's very stiff, try to practice the basic posterior tilt, which means lie on your back, open up that gap, put the hands here, and try to create that posterior tilt movement. You probably have seen it in many of my videos that I practice this movement with many of my rehab exercises. Hold it there for 5 seconds. Try to gain that coordination movement in your lower back. Now, when you got comfortable, you're going to practice that on a dead bug, slow control, while you're maintaining that pressure and while you're breathing. Practice this exercise, guys, daily. Make sure to do them daily for 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions each side within a range that feels comfortable, and you will see changes. We're going to progress the dead bug to a full version of dead bug, which you're going to be on the same position. Similar to bear dog, you're moving the legs and the arms at the same time, which means whenever you got mastered to engaging the low back and be able to do that single arm, single leg basically taps, yeah. We're going to go now to alternate legs, yeah. You can try alternate or same arms and legs, you know, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to show you a bit of kind of like variety. You're going to be in the same position. Now you're trying to tap the arms and the leg while you're maintaining that pressure there. If you find the coordination is not there, do the same time, same side, which means right arm and right legs, tap and back. Then try the other side and back. Try it for 3 sets of, let's say, 8 in one side, rest, and progress it to the other side. Now, this is a quite advanced version of, you know, doing the core exercises. By the time you got here, you've already practiced those first few exercises that I show you maybe for 4 weeks, and you can gradually build up to this progression. The following progression, guys, we're going to add on some load to our dead bug. Medicine ball can be a really handy tool to use. If you don't have these, you can use a bottle of water. You can use any type of weight that you have at home, and it can be as light as 2-3 pounds. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to go back to the dead bug position. Hands are straight locked, yeah? And you're not holding it. You're grabbing the ball like that. You're holding it like you're hugging it technically. And we're trying to go back to the dead bug position while I'm applying pressure into the ball with my hand. I'm trying to do that tap movement. Now we can do it alternate legs. Maintain that pressure in the lower back. Breathe in and out and apply a little bit of pressure on that. Slow control for 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. When you're holding that weight, guys, you understand that it kind of like hugely give you more sense of your core. And by applying that pressure to the ball, you overemphasizing using your core muscle. Try it for 2 to 3 weeks and you can understand and you get more feeling of your core muscles. The last progression that I gotta show you guys, we're still gonna use a medicine ball or some weight that you have at home. Just the movement is slightly different. You're gonna go back to the dead bug position. Feet in the same position. Now you're going to move your arms instead of your legs, which means you apply the same pressure on the lower back that's engaged. You want to go slow down and slightly come up to the crunch. Yeah? That's one. I'm going to go back. I'm maintaining that pressure, breathing in and out, and up. Now, as you can see, I'm not expecting you to do all of what I'm doing initially. Start with that movement while you maintain the pressure in the lower back. Even if you don't touch the ground, that's fine. And come back to the starting position. Relax there if you need to. Take rest. Come back up. Now we're going to do the full movement. You're going to go all the way back, touch the ground, and come to slight crunch. Go back and slight crunch. As you can see, you can feel a slight shake, and that shows that you're actually using your core muscle. This is the quite advanced stage of the routine, and the last exercise that I'm going to show you in this video. Make sure to practice, gradually build up, and if you find this video helpful, definitely leave me a comment and let me know how you're getting on with it. If you would like to get a second opinion and follow a customized plan, I help people globally through online consultation and provide them a customized rehab plan to follow for their recovery. You can watch the testimonial in my YouTube channel, and if you think this is something that you're interested, you can book an online consultation with the link below and we can get you started right away. I would love to know how you're getting on by following this routine, and if you could share your experience with leaving me a comments, that would be a huge deal. Until next week, all the best.